Okay, hello guys, it's Phoenix here, and sorry if my voice sounds a little weird. I just woke up, but okay, I'm really tired, so excuse me. But I don't care. I'm keeping this footage, but this isn't gonna be a live commentary. It's actually just gonna be a regular commentary. This is just gonna be how I defeat Pyro the Invincible. So I have it open in Windows Movie, like Media Player, whatever it's called, and I also have Audacity open, so I'm like recording my voice while I'm watching it, so I can figure out what to talk about. But this is basically my strategy for killing Pyro the Invincible. And well, this isn't my exact strategy because I usually don't have a conference call out and hide. But my main strategy is just to slag him and then unload on him with whatever Sandhawk is really good against him. And you probably all know by now, but the Sandhawk is really good against like the Invincibles, because the B shield. Oh, by the way, I'm playing with physics on, so the frame rate's gonna be really bad. So I might have to record this again, but yeah, that's bad frames. That's a bad frame rate. I'll re-upload this. I'll upload another version of this where I don't have physics on, but okay, so basically here's my theory on why the Sandhawk is so good. So basically the B shield, it instead of being super overpowered now, instead of like giving the amp damage to every single pellet or shot that the gun actually shoots, like the conference call will get a super big boost from it because it has a bunch of different projectiles, so all of those would do extra damage because of the B. But what happens now is that instead of all of the pellets doing extra damage, and right here, I just paused the game for a second. I don't remember. Oh yeah, my ear was itchy, but basically, if you had a shotgun that was like 5,000 damage times 12, and then the B shield would let's just say you had a 50,000 damage B shield. Then it would be just 6,000 for every pellet that hits, because it's just divided among the pellets. But the Sandhawk, it doesn't have any pellets. If you look in the bottom right as I'm switching weapons, and here I'm just testing out the conference call to see how much damage it did. But if you look at the bottom right there, you see that the Sandhawk, it actually doesn't have any pellets. It's just like 4,500 damage or whatever it is. So since it doesn't have any pellets, the B shield damage doesn't get divided by anything. Now, okay, I'll talk about strategy in just a second, but since it doesn't get divided at all, you see how it's shooting a bunch of those little pellets? Yeah, all of those still do the extra B shield damage because it's not being divided by anything. Okay, so that's my theory on the Sandhawk and the B shield. So let me talk about my strategy. Basically, for the first part of the fight, I slag him, and then if you use an electric Sandhawk, you can kill him in basically 2 mags. But after that, and right here I'm looking at the ground, I just do that sometimes to smooth out my frames per second, but basically I used a electric Sandhawk for his shield, and then once that's down, I use the slag Sandhawk again to slag him, and then I just switch to the normal one to do extra damage. So, okay. The only hard part about this battle is his Nova Blast, because if that hits you, and if the fire part hits you, you'll stay on fire forever until you turn one of those dials, I think. Yeah, right there. Also, his melee attack will basically almost kill you 100% of the time. So, remember, well, I actually don't show you my setup in this video, but I have a legendary Necromancer class mod. I think I am using the Quasar Grenade mod. I think I have the Vault Hunter Relic just because. And I have the B shield, obviously alkaline the B, so his corrosive attacks don't really keep me corroded. What to talk about? Oh yeah. So his Nova Blast, if the fire part hits you, it'll set you on fire, and you actually have to turn those dials you see glowing green. You can see one. You can just see one in the left of to the way left of my screen. And right there, I jump up to see when he's doing his Nova Blast, and I see he's doing his Nova Blast, so I retreat. And you see how there was like a Fire Blast and then a Corrosive Blast? Yeah, if the Fire Blast hits you, well, the Corrosive Blast will basically do the same thing, but since I have the Alkaline B shield, the corrosive damage doesn't do anything to me. So basically that fire will keep you see that pump right there? Yeah, you have to use that, and then water will come out, and then you can douse yourself in it, and then it'll put out the fire. But enemies will also spawn from that, which is really annoying, especially if you're using like these weapons that are only used for a solo target. Because in my opinion, the Sandhawk isn't good at taking out like normal enemies. It's only good for farming the Invincibles. Actually, I haven't tried Terramorphous with these yet. I should probably do that. Let's talk about. Let me try to talk about my setup. Okay, so basically before this match, sorry about this. Sorry, Windows updates need to be exited out of. But I reset my skill tree before this match to do a bunch of electric damage and just try to shock him to death. But right there you see I have to use the pump, and then I set out my death trap right there because I know they're all going to be back there. And I luckily get Pyro Pete caught in the grenade, in the singularity grenade. So I can draw him over there. I don't know why that's lucky. It didn't really do anything. But my setup. I have 3 level 50 Sandhawks. They all have the same sight. That's pretty weird. But they're all level 50. I have a slag one, a shock one, and a normal one. And right there you saw me get hit by one of his explosive little corrosive balls and fireballs. Because he'll throw those at you. That's one of his main attacks, but he'll throw them at you. And if they hit you, they'll do a basically 3 of them can take down your shield. So I'd recommend trying to not get hit by stuff in Borderlands 2, just saying. Now here I'm about to kill him, and he doesn't usually drop anything good. I've killed him about 10 times now. But he drops a lot of Seraph crystals, well, an okay amount, like 9. And for the next minute I'm going to be just searching through all this stuff. He doesn't drop a legendary. He usually doesn't. He's only dropped 1, and it was the first time I killed him. He actually dropped the Emperor, which I actually didn't have at the time, so that was pretty cool. It was a corrosive one too. What do you think about it? Oh yeah, and he'll also drop a lot of times he'll drop a what are they? Customization item. So that's that. What else to talk about? Okay, my Captain Scarlet DLC, my walkthrough of that, my playthrough, I will actually be putting that on hold for a while because the new DLC came out. I'm going to try to get that up and running and, do that. And here I keep recording for a second, even though I've already killed him, just so you guys can see where you could get some extra legendaries. Just like if he doesn't drop one, you have a chance to get some up here because there's actually 2 of those red chests. I think some people call them developer chests, but there's 2 of them up here, so you could get some rare legendaries. Except for on this account, I haven't beaten the warrior on the 2nd playthrough, so all the stuff's gonna be level 37. So I will be doing the Sir Hammerlock's Big Game Hunt DLC in a minute. Next, but oh well, I guess I'll see you guys later because the video's almost over. So, well, I think I sit up here. So, peace out, guys. See you in the next video. Yay.